Natural.
Active.
Partnership.
Village.
Quality of life.
Green.
Central.
Home. Pretty.
Vision.
Inaccessible. Safe.
Exciting.
Landscape. Compact.
Dynamic. Personality.
Perth's a beautiful city with natural surroundings and great countryside. It's a fantastic place to commute to all parts of Scotland, very, very uniquely. It just needs to have a bit more of an identity and believe in itself a little bit more. It's always been hesitant about who it is and who it wants to be, and it's struggled because of that.
I think Perth's got a growing reputation for being an innovative little city. It's recognised that for its size, it punches above its weight.
Many people are more comfortable resting on our history and our heritage, reflecting on our halcyon days, as opposed to striking a new path, potentially a more difficult path.
I wouldn't want to change much about Perth. We're doing that. We're looking at massive investment from the council. We're looking at changing the type of houses that we have. We're looking at different forms of infrastructure. So we're doing all that bit. If the people could see us for what we are rather than what they perceive us to be, that would be wonderful.
Even though we're a small city, we actually have got some incredibly powerful players here. We've got SSC, a major renewable energy provider. We've got Stagecoach, sustainable public transport operator. We've got other big businesses and also small independents.
The road network's superb. It's a source of continued disappointment that the train network to Edinburgh is so old. I believe it takes 6 minutes longer these days to get the train to Edinburgh than it did in 1895. So really there's an opportunity. There's an infrastructure project, mass transit, better for the low carbon connectivity. That's going to create jobs.
Although we are surrounded by a natural environment which is beautiful, accessing it is very, very difficult for those families who don't have means to their own transport. And one of the things that's a big challenge that we've picked up is that the cost of buses from Tulloch into the city centre is quite high. So actually it discourages people from even taking that bus trip.
We need to focus more on the town centre, the city centre, bring more activities into that, bring the healthcare in, bring the education in. You know, more of the culture reaches right into the city centre. It's got green space, it's got 2 inches, it's got a river you can walk along, it's got a hill you can be up within 10 minutes. That's what it's got going for it. It's really convenient. Keep making it convenient for people.
What would make a huge difference to us at the theatre is if the evening life in Perth was a lot stronger, and if people were using the high street more, if the bars were fuller at night, and if people were able to get in and get out of the city centre more easily. And that, of course, is about public transport and about safety and about accessibility.
I think there's too much of a focus on chain stores in the city centre. I think there is a huge opportunity to really focus on entrepreneurialism and local business and, develop both hubs that could house micro businesses and promote small and independent businesses setting up in the city centre.
There are lovely restaurants, but they're not the prices that young people would go and use. They can't afford it. Same with trains and stuff, things are so expensive for young people. If they wanted to go and do the quirky things in Perth, then they can't actually afford.
I think UHI provides quite a focus within the city, and the city, as I've said already, works very well together. But I would like to see an expansion of numbers within Perth, and we'll continue to work with the Funding Council, with UHI and with our partners to try and facilitate that. But there is a real wish to see more students and more student life within the city.
What's sustainability about? It's about so many things about society and community, and giving people equal access, giving people food and water security. And there's so many things, even here in our wonderful city of Perth, that we can focus on that give people that broader social aspect.
We've got great people, we've got some very, very forward-looking leaders, and I think joining together and collaborating and putting the past behind us where perhaps there hasn't been the collaboration between business and local government and third sector that there potentially could be.
I think there's huge opportunities around CHP, combined heat and power, in terms of district heating schemes for lots of new housing associations and developments that are going up. But the big one for me, I think that we could do an awful lot in terms of transport links and ensure that our cycle networks are a lot better in terms of sustainability.
Stagecoach really wants to be part of the vision for the future, and along with our other transport partners, I think there's a real opportunity to work together, with the public sector and the private sector to really change how we get around and change mobility for the better.
We need to stop thinking so short term. We need to lift our gaze, lift our ambition, start dreaming big and help make things happen. This is a positive agenda. Unlike COVID, which has pulled people apart, climate change is a way to bring people together around common themes that we've all got a role to help deliver.